Have you ever been in a situation where God has done for you something great, but then you feel you need to take one more sacrifice? More like those four lepers during the time of Elisha when Jerusalem was under siege. And these lepers decided to go to the camp of the Arameans. And in that camp, they got there and found that the camp was completely empty, that there was not even a single Aramean in that country. And so they decided that they will plunder the tents of the Arameans. So they entered the first tent, took some gold, took some silver, and some other precious things, and went and hid them. They came back to the second tent, did the same thing, and then they stopped and said to themselves, "What we are doing is not right. This is a day of good news. Let us go and report it to the palace in Jerusalem where there is what? A famine, so that it may be good news to everyone else." So they were taking one more sacrifice apart from the sacrifice they had taken to leave the gate and surrender themselves to the camp of the Arameans out of desperation. So have you ever been in such a situation? Well, this is my situation. 5 days ago, I was in a desperate situation. Though in the eyes of others, it might not have looked like a desperate situation. To me, it was a very desperate situation. And though I did my best to hide most of the things that would make me look desperate, inwardly, I was dying. And so I said to myself, just like those four lepers, what will I do? So I looked at the options I had. Will I go and cry to people and tell them that I am desperate? I said, I can't do that. Secondly, I said, will I work myself out of this situation? I said that is too difficult for me. So like the third option was that I will cry out to God, because I knew it is easier for me to cry out to God than to cry to any man, because I knew God has the power to help me. And so that is what I decided to do. I decided to hold a 5-day fast. Now, this 5-day fast was like my last shot. Basically, I had run out of options, and just like those lepers, I was very desperate. And so that is what I embarked on. So the first day passed, the second day passed, and the fast was feeling very difficult. But I endured through those days because I didn't have an option anyway. Then on the third day, the Lord visited me, and He began giving me solutions to the problems I had and the issues I had. Now, when that began happening, I started filling up with so much joy, and there was just so much joy, and the joy was just building every other day from the third day. But then, like those lepers, I said, I will not do it. I will not waste this opportunity. I want to make one more sacrifice. And what is that one more sacrifice? That is today. So today is the 5th day that I am actually praying and fasting. So I usually pray for 8 hours in tongues every day. So today is the 5th day, the last day. God has already done for me what I would have wanted Him to do for me, and even more than what I asked Him to do, because there are things He has done that I didn't expect. But here I am saying to myself, Augustine, even though God has done all the things He wanted for you, just push one last day. So this is my last day of praying and fasting. I am praying in tongues for 8 hours, and I'm just about to begin the first session. I am doing this to fulfill the vow I made to God to fast and pray for 5 days and pray in tongues for 8 hours every day, because I want to be faithful in the eyes of God. God bless you.